Yo, what is up, you guys? Your boy Swag-kun back at it again with another video, and today we are finally going to be updating the attack mission main and attack mission support tier list. The main defense and final room tier list will be in a separate video, probably dropping tomorrow, but for now we will be doing the attack mission main and attack mission support tier list. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get straight into it. As y'all can see, I did kind of switch up the tiers around, so instead of having like triple S plus, triple S, double S, I'm just gonna go back to the OG, man. So double S is GOAT tier, S is almost perfect, A is still clapping cheeks, B is mid as fuck. I also added an extra tier, the C tier, which is borderline dookie, because mid is very broad. Now there's mid, and now there's okay, you're almost straight dookie. And then A tier, which is the last tier. Well, technically this should be D tier, so let's go ahead and change that real quick. We'll make this D tier. And this is gonna be low league caca, so basically low league caca, low league dookie. And in the last one right here, we got all the new characters, including, well, basically there's no new actual units, they're all rekits. So we're gonna go ahead and get into that. So this is the attack mission main tier list. First things first, we're gonna go ahead and move everybody around that's originally there, and then we're gonna go ahead and add in the brand new characters that haven't added into the game. So starting off, the GOAT tier as attack mission mains, all these guys I think in my opinion deserve to stay here, including the final value units, just timeless units. They have aged like fine wine, my G. They're still amazing as attack mission mains. Now here, I'm gonna leave Kawaki here because he does still have revive cancel and he does still have insane damage. Mama Sakura, we're probably gonna drop her down to still clapping cheeks. Rin, we're also gonna drop her down to still clapping cheeks just because of Naruto Light. The Naruto the last meta is just so insane. Like Rin, although she does have damage nullification for the whole squad, she herself, if the supports get killed, she's not gonna do anything. Like there's nothing she can do. You know what I mean? So I'm basing this whether off of you can do it solo and with the team. She's amazing with the team if you keep everyone alive. Otherwise, she's just kind of a sitting duck. You know what I mean? So we're gonna drop her down. Anbu Itachi. His biggest thing is evasion strip, but aside from that, he's not doing a crazy amount of damage. He does have great survivability and one of the best X ultimates in the game, but he does not have revive cancel or revival on his X ultimate, unfortunately. So for that reason, I'm gonna drop him down to still clapping cheeks. Everyone else could probably stay here. Kawaki's still almost perfect. One Ninja Sasuke does have revive cancel, and with his new rekit, he can still definitely hold his own. And KLM Naruto gives everyone damage nullification. He gets revival. He just does an insane amount of support for the whole squad, so he can definitely keep the team together. Now, from still clapping cheeks, who are we going to drop down? So Boruto I'm going to keep there because he still does insane damage if you build him up with a lot of attack, and he still has a very good gate crash if somebody does not have an instacast final room unit. But I think it's about time that 20th anniversary Naruto drops down to mid, because although he does have evasion strip and he has the best follow-up in the game, or one of the best ones, aside from that, he's not really doing much. Now, Rikage has revive cancel, so he can still hold his own. Ashura can make everybody spam jutsus, so he can still keep there. Karma Boruto, crazy damage. Kid Sasuke, crazy damage. Edo Itachi, yeah, we can keep him there. He has automatic revival on every single X ultimate. Kid Kakashi, though, unfortunate, but I feel like if Kid Kakashi and Kid Sasuke are basically like identical, so if I keep him here, I gotta keep him here. Nah, you know what? I'm gonna drop them down just because neither of them have a pretty reliable way of getting into final room. So for that reason, they're gonna drop down to mid. Kaguya we could leave there because their gate crash. Edo Madara we're gonna drop down to mid. Kayla Minato is not bad, so we can keep him there. Hashirama, I'm tempted. Yeah, Hashirama's going in mid. Madara, honestly, we can keep there just because his limit break is so fucking. It's stupid. It's so stupid. So I think I'm okay with that. So for now, this is going to be the updated attack mission main tier list with everybody here. So now let's go ahead and move all the people that I have down here as the new characters up. So starting off with Naruto Light, this is going to be an easy GOAT tier. And the reason for that is because he gets damage nullification, he gets revival, he does an insane damage area, he has a great gate crash, and he has revive cancel. Insane. I feel like that's self-explanatory, bro. This unit is absolutely busted. Easy GOAT tier. Same my bad. Same with Shadow Sasuke. He has revive cancel, has one of the best gate crashes in the game, does this insane amount of damage. He's a yellow type unit, so he's very tanky. He also gets revival when the red bar is full and has revive cancel. I don't remember if he has damage nullification or not. I believe he does. So on top of that, he also has his old limit break, which gives everyone invincibility. Overall, fantastic unit. Also going to GOAT tier. Next up, we got the boy Jiraiya. Jiraiya, I really wish they did my boy more justice, bro. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to put him in still clapping cheeks. I honestly, okay, so his new X ultimate does give him damage nullification, which is great. And I believe he gets revival too, which is great. But I just feel like his kit's a little clunky. Low-key, I feel like he could work his way up here. You know what? Because he has damage nullification, I'll put him in almost perfect. I'll put him right here. And if you build him up with a bunch of attack, he's going to be crazy. And on top of that, if you decide not to use his damage nullification new X ultimate, you can use his old one with Sage Mode Naruto. And that one gives him revival and revive cancel. So it makes him a lot more, you know, tolerable to use. And you can actually gate crash with him. So for that flexibility, we'll put him in almost perfect, since none of these units have damage nullification. And these guys do. Well, except for Kawaki, but he has revive cancel and he's just busted for no reason. So I'm going to keep him in almost perfect. Tsunade as a main, I'm going to put her in clapping cheeks. I'm not a big fan of her as a main. As a support, different story. Final room unit, different story. As a main, not really. Because in the same instance, Jiraiya can kind of hold his own if his supports die off. Because he has revive cancel, he does good damage, you know what I'm saying? He has damage nullification. Tsunade, yes, she heals herself, she gets revival and damage nullification, but she's kind of fucked. She has no damage by any means. So for that reason, I'm going to put her in still clapping cheeks. But I could see the argument of almost perfect. But I'm going to put her there. Now, next up, we got Momoshiki. Momoshiki, I'll put him in almost perfect. Almost perfect. He has damage nullification, revival, does great damage, has a great combo loop. Overall, pretty solid. I mean, I have no complaints about Momoshiki. Revive cancel would have been a little better, but definitely does great damage at limit break 2 and higher. He gets insane buffs. Overall, just a nasty unit. Almost perfect. Next up, we got Nagato. Nagato, I'm kind of tempted to put him in almost perfect, bro. Low key. You know what? I am going to put him in almost perfect because his two jutsus, for the one, the roar, the summoning roar, that one gives everyone invincibility. Full room, gets rid of every single trap in the room. His limit break does a stupid amount of damage, sucks enemies in, and both of his jutsus give team invincibility. And his X ultimate also gives him revival and gives him damage nullification, and it's damn near full room. You know what I'm saying? So overall, damage nullification, check. Revival, check. Team buffs, check. Gets rid of all the traps in the room, check. He is missing revive cancel. That's why he's almost perfect. Because if he had a revive cancel, he'd probably be in GOAT tier 2. But for that reason, almost perfect. Next up, we got Deidara. So Deidara last. I'm going to put him in still clapping cheeks. I just, as a main, I don't think he's amazing. I think he's solid. I think he's okay. But not on the tier of these guys in my opinion. I even think Jiraiya might be better than him. Obviously, Deidara doesn't have revive cancel. He does have revival, right? Full room X ultimate. Does really good damage. If you have him at max potential limit break 3, then he'd definitely be up here. Maybe up here, because his limit break 3 is busted. He gets damage nullification at limit break 3. But aside from that, he's super squishy, and he's a red type unit, so he is very, very squishy. He does do a lot of damage, but it's also very easy for him to get killed. So, one Naruto the last Rasen Shuriken that hit him, and he's dead. Done. Gone. So for that reason, I'm going to put him in still clapping cheeks. So, for now, this is going to be my updated attack mission main tier list. I will leave it up here on the screen for a few seconds, and then we're going to jump into the attack mission support tier list. So, let's get straight into it. All right, here we go. So we're going to get straight into the attack mission support tier list now. Same as before, I went ahead and changed the tiers, kind of split them up a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and move everyone who's there first, and then we're going to go ahead and add in the brand new units that I've dropped into the game. So, starting off, we're going to go ahead and move units around. Everyone in GOAT tier, I believe, deserves to stay there. All broken units up here. Arguably Rin, but honestly, I think she's actually very underrated. But I am going to drop her down to almost perfect. Almost, because She gives the whole squad damage nullification. Amazing. Gives everyone buffs. Amazing. But in the case that she flies away from a water trap or a tornado trap, it's a wrap. She's probably gonna die. And for that reason, she doesn't have survivability by herself. She is going to be an almost perfect. But everything besides that, if you can keep her with your squad, she's a go-tier unit. She's a go-tier support. But because she can die if she gets sent off by herself, she is gonna drop down to almost perfect. Shisui, my goat, man, my goat, my homie, one of my favorite Uchiha in the game. I'm sorry, bro, you're gonna drop down to clapping cheeks. A little bit outdated. His biggest thing was the huge evasion buff, but with so many units that strip evasion, that strip invincibility, that strip status element immunity, he's just getting a little bit left behind. So for that reason, still clapping cheeks. Next up, we got Kid Kakashi. I'm also gonna drop him down a little bit just because he does do insane damage and decreases paralysis resistance. But if he gets hit, he's done. He gets one shot very, very, very easily. So for that reason, he's gonna drop down to still clapping cheeks. Mama Sakura, I want to leave her there, but she is also just getting a little bit outdated, so I'm gonna drop her down to still clapping cheeks as well. Edo Itachi, I feel like he has pretty good survivability. I think nah, I'm sorry, Edo Itachi. I'm sorry, bro. No damage nullification. That's honestly the new meta right now, is the damage nullification. So unfortunately, I am gonna have to drop you down. Next up, we got, who else do we got up here? For supports, Madara. Yeah, Madara, I'm sorry, bro. You're gonna have to drop down too. It's just this new meta with Naruto the Last is so annoying. Like, I'm basing literally if they could survive Naruto the Last. That's literally what it is, because every base has him. And if your support's gonna die, then I can't put him in a GOAT tier. Like, all these guys in the GOAT tier, I know can survive and defeat Naruto the Last. If I'm not sure that they can defeat him, then I have to drop him down, bro, because he's the meta, he's the peak. So if you can't compete with the peak, then you can't stay up here. You got to drop down a little bit, you know what I mean? Regardless of how good they are, and regardless if I love the characters, I love Madara and Shisui and Edo Itachi, but unfortunately for that reason, I got to drop him down. 20th anniversary Naruto, I'm gonna start to drop you down to mid, my boy. I'm sorry, but you gotta go. A lot of characters I think are gonna have to go to mid or borderline Dookie. So Shikamaru, you're gonna have to go to borderline Dookie, bro. I'm sorry, but in this meta, you're just not holding up, my boy. You're not holding up. Wara, where you at? You're gonna go to mid. Edo Hashi, you're gonna go to mid. Kazegara, you're gonna go to mid. Who else we got? Kid Naruto, you're gonna go to mid. We got 20th Sasuke, gonna go to mid. Utakata, Takataka, I'm putting you in borderline Dookie. I like Bubble Boy, man. I like Bubble Boy, but he's just a little bit outdated, so we're gonna drop him down. Edo Madara, we got you in mid. Kushina, we got you in mid. Hashirama, I personally am not a fan of his kid that much. Some people might argue he's in still clapping cheeks. Me personally, I'm gonna say he's mid. Jubito also gonna go in mid. I think everyone else can still stay here. Boruto gives everyone invincibility and his damage is just stupid, and he has revival. Kaguya Kid Sasuke does crazy damage. Karma, insane damage. Minato, evasion strip. Kid Kakashi, high damage. Narukage, survivability. All of these have survivability, team buffs, revival, or damage. I'm cool with that. Everyone else down here is just lacking a little bit, so we're gonna keep them here. The borderline Dookie, and these guys are just lowly Kaka. Maybe Sasori can come up here. Borderline. He's not ass, but I'll put him in borderline. Okay. So now let's go ahead and get into the brand new units for the attack mission support tier list. Starting with Naruto Light. Lowly. I'm just playing. He's obviously going to be a GOAT tier unit, bruh. Insane. Damage nullification, damage immunity to recoil, revival, revive cancel, gives everyone buffs, invincibility. Insane unit. And his AoE is just stupid. Like, one limit break jutsu, the whole room is covered in Rasen Shuriken, bro. Lava, mud, ink, whatever. Like, that's all because of him. He's just stupid, crazy unit. Shadow Sasuke, I'm also going to put him in GOAT tier. Gives everyone a bunch of buffs, crazy invincibility, crazy damage, crazy defense. Amazing unit, amazing units. Jiraiya, no, let's go Tsunade first. Tsunade, I'm going to put in almost perfect. Amazing support. But for that same reason that she can't really compete with Naruto the Last if she gets thrown in there, I'm going to keep her in almost perfect. But still, gives everyone damage nullification, revival, crazy survivability, gives everyone buffs. I love her kit. I like her kit. But almost perfect. Almost. If that flick jutsu just did more damage or maybe evasion strip or something, then she could have been in GOAT tier. But they kind of did her dirty with that. So we're going to put her in almost perfect. Jiraiya, I'm going to put you in still clapping cheeks, my boy. I don't think you're an almost perfect as a support. Little bit selfish, but not bad. Still clapping cheeks, you know, pervy sage still clapping his pervy cheeks, you know what I'm saying? Nagato, as a support, bruh, I personally think Nagato's in GOAT tier. Nagato can hold his own against Naruto the Last. He can definitely survive because he has so many true iframes, invincibility, damage, revival, full room, gives everyone buffs. He's going to keep everyone alive. And that's the role of a support. Keeping everyone alive, buffing everyone up, attributing with damage, attributing with survivability, invincibility, healing. He does most of that. And he actually has great damage in his limit break. So for that reason, I could see the argument of almost perfect. But I personally think he's an amazing support. So I'm going to put him in GOAT tier. Momoshiki, I'm going to put him in almost perfect. He's just a little selfish with his buffs. Little selfish. But if he had some more team invincibility jutsus, I'd definitely toss his ass up here. But because he himself has great survivability, but not so much for the whole squad, and he doesn't really make up for it with damage, you know what I mean? Like, Baryon's a little selfish. So is Sasuke. But they do insane damage is the difference. Momoshiki is selfish with his buffs, but he doesn't do a crazy amount of damage. He's just very solid. He's like a solid all around, but not exceeding in any category, if that makes sense. So for that reason, almost perfect. A little bit more of a damage output, and he definitely could have belonged up there. Deidara, I'm personally going to put him in clapping cheeks. Selfish with his buffs, he can do very good damage. At max potential, I would still put him in almost perfect. Not the biggest fan of his kit, but he does have a lot of potential. But even at max potential, I wouldn't say he's GOAT tier. I still think he would be an almost perfect. But in general, I'm going to put him in still clapping cheeks. Selfish with his buffs, does pretty good damage, but he doesn't have great survivability. He has really good stripping with status on immunity and invincibility, but his survivability sucks. So unfortunately for that reason, but still clapping cheeks is solid. That's still pretty good. So anyways, this is my attack mission support tier list. I'll leave it up on the screen for a little bit in case y'all want to look at it. But anyways, let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below. And again, this isn't an order from left to right. So I'm not saying Final Valley Naruto is better than Naruto the Last before y'all start attacking me in the comment section, bruh. There's no order from left to right. It's just you're in there, you're in there. That's it. So anyways, let me know, would you guys move anybody around? Drop down in the comment section. Let me know, man. I'm open to your guys' opinions, and I would love to know what you guys think. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, stay swaggy, stay blessed, and I will see you guys in the next one.